Good evening. Tonight we will be discussing a beautiful and powerful addition to your Book of Shadows, an aromatherapy spell page focused on Angelica essential oil. Let's begin with how this page fits into your Book of Shadows. A Book of Shadows isn't just a journal or a collection of spells. It's a deeply personal magical record, a place where spiritual experiences, rituals, correspondences, and discoveries are woven together like threads in a tapestry. Each page reflects a piece of your journey. That's why creating spell pages like this one is so meaningful. This page is a part of the series here that we're building on Aislin's Enchanted Path, focusing on pages that can go in your spell book. And we are focusing on aromatherapy because I have been asked numerous times to cover some aromatherapy, and I thought this might be a good way to do it. These pages combine herbal wisdom, magical correspondences, and practical use, all while being beautiful enough to display, reference, or meditate upon. Whether you're just starting to build your Book of Shadows, or you've been curating it for many years, this series is meant to offer something useful, and something aesthetic, and something grounded in magical practice. Tonight's page features Angelica essential oil, a truly sacred oil with ancient roots and strong spiritual associations. And yes, we have the occasional fly, occasional insect. It's summer. So Angelica has a long and rich history, both medicinal and magical. The plant itself is native to Northern Europe and has been revered for many centuries. The name Angelica comes from the legend that an angel revealed the plant's healing properties to a monk during a time of plague. Because of that story, the plant was called the root of the Holy Ghost, and it became associated with divine protection and angelic presence. In folk magic, Angelica root was often carried for protection, used in exorcisms, and burned to banish evil spirits. It was considered so powerful that it could protect against curses, hexes, and harmful intentions. In Wiccan and pagan practice today, Angelica is used for protection, purification, and spiritual elevation. It helps us call on angelic or divine guidance, especially in times of confusion or spiritual need. When we use Angelica essential oil, we're working with the very essence of that ancient power. Now let's take a look at the spell page. At the top it reads, Aromatherapy Spell, Angelica Essential Oils, setting the tone for what this page offers, both magical application and aromatic healing. The uses listed on this page, I am going to read them out because it can be a little hard to read, and I will provide a link to this page. You will see it posted both as a YouTube post, and you will see it posted on my Facebook page, and there will be a link in the description. So if you want to download this page and follow along, stop the video, look at the description, get the file, get the image, and you can follow along yourself. But the uses listed are protection. It wards off negativity, both spiritual and emotional. Purification, as it clears away psychic residue and stagnant energy. And invoking angelic guidance. It helps open your spiritual senses and connect to the higher realms. These are three key magical properties of Angelica oil, and they make it an ideal choice for deep spiritual work. Now, how to use it. Well, you can diffuse it to ward off negativity. Simply add a few drops of Angelica oil to your diffuser while setting your intention. Use this method during meditation, journaling, or after a stressful day. You can add it to ritual baths for spiritual cleansing. Try mixing Angelica oil with a carrier oil or milk before adding to water. This turns your bath into a sacred, protected space. You might anoint candles for invoking angels. Use a diluted form of the oil to anoint a white candle. Focus on calling in divine guidance, support, or answers to your prayers. These methods are accessible, yet deeply effective. They combine physical, aromatic sensation with metaphysical intent, which is where aromatherapy magic really shines. Angelica's scent is earthy, slightly musky, and grounding, but it also has an uplifting quality. It's the perfect balance of root and spirit. When I use Angelica in ritual, I often feel as though I'm wrapping myself in a warm cloak of spiritual light. It feels safe yet powerful. That's why it is ideal for protection spells and boundary setting, cleansing rituals, angelic or spiritual guide communication, and especially for grief or emotional heaviness. One of my favorite ways to use it is during shadow work. If you're exploring difficult emotions or past wounds, diffusing Angelica oil or applying it, always diluted in a carrier oil, but applying it to your pulse points during a journaling session can offer a sense of being watched over, protected while you go inward. It's also amazing for sacred space preparation. Add a few drops to a cleansing spray or a mop water before ritual to energetically purify your altar, your room, or even your home itself. Now let's talk safety, because essential oils are not without their risks. This is very important because Angelica oil, essential oil specifically, is photosensitive. This means it can cause skin to burn more easily in sunlight. If you apply it topically, avoid sun exposure for at least 12 hours afterwards. Also, like all essential oils, Angelica should not be used and undiluted or directly on your skin. Always mix it with a carrier oil like jojoba, sweet almond, or grapeseed. This prevents irritation and ensures the oil is absorbed gently and safely. Avoid using Angelica if you are pregnant or nursing, and be cautious with it if you are prone to skin sensitivity. This oil is powerful, so treat it with a little respect. Here are a few other ways you might work Angelica into your craft if you like Angelica. You might consider talisman blessings, anoint protective talismans or sigils with diluted Angelica oil before charging them. It can be used for ancestral work, burn Angelica infused incense, or diffuse the oil while reaching out to ancestral spirits. It can be used for banishing and warding. Combine Angelica with clove or rosemary in a spell jar to keep negativity away from your space. And for moon rituals, while it's not tied directly to a specific moon phase, Angelica pairs beautifully with the waxing or full moon for work related to growth, light, and divine connection. And don't forget, this page is meant to be added to your Book of Shadows. You can print it out, decorate around it, and add your own notes or results from your own spell work, and come back to it anytime. It becomes more powerful each time you engage with it. Angelica essential oil offers us more than just a beautiful scent. It offers divine protection, energetic clarity, and a connection to higher realms. It's ancient, powerful, and sacred, and it might just deserve a place in your magical cabinet, if it's something you're interested in working with. If you don't have it already, you can explore it by getting a very small amount that doesn't cost a lot. Make sure it says essential oil and not fragrance oil. They're not the same thing. And give it a try. If you don't like it, don't buy it again. All right? You should not continue using an essential oil that does not resonate with you or one that you do not enjoy using. But try it out, see if it works for you. Maybe aromatherapy is not your thing at all, and that's all right. We don't all have to love every single magical practice there is. If you don't like aromatherapy, you don't need to use it. And if you don't like Angelica, you don't need to use it either. But consider it. It might be something worth your time, especially if Angelica speaks to you. At least give it a sniff. See if you like the smell. If you don't, it won't work for you. Thank you for joining us this week. I'd love to hear how you use Angelica in your magical practice, or if you plan to add this page to your Book of Shadows. Drop a comment below, and let's keep the magical conversation going. Blessed be.